Welcome, everyone. Hey, I want to take a minute to wish a happy Pride to all of my fellow LGBTQ plus followers and supporters. It's going to be a great month. And today, I welcome you to join us as we dive headfirst into the glitter dusted world. Oh, yes, I said glitter dusted. Into the glitter dusted world of John Cameron Mitchell's cult classic, Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Hedwig and the Angry Inch is a rock musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Trask and a book by John Cameron Mitchell. Now, the musical follows Hedwig Robinson, a genderqueer East German singer of a fictional rock and roll band. The story draws on John Cameron Mitchell's actual life as the child of a U.S. Army Major General who once commanded the U.S. sector of occupied West Berlin. Now, the character of Hedwig was originally a supporting character in the piece. She was loosely inspired by a German female babysitter slash prostitute who worked for Mitchell's family when he was a teenager in Junction City, Kansas. The character of Tommy, originally conceived as the main character, was based on Mitchell himself. Now, both were gay, the child of an army general, deeply Roman Catholic, and fascinated with mythology. That's wow. Hedwig became the story's protagonist when Trask encouraged Mitchell to showcase their earliest material in 1994 at New York City's drag punk club called the Squeezebox, where Trask headed the house band and Mitchell's boyfriend Jack Steeb played bass. They agreed the piece should be developed through band gigs in clubs rather than a theater setting in order to preserve the rock energy feel of the show. Mitchell was deeply influenced by Squeezebox's roster of drag performers who performed rock covers. Now, Mitchell's second gig was to fill in host as Squeezebox on a bill featuring singer Deborah Harry of American rock band Blondie. It was this occasion that Mike Potter first designed Hedwig's trademark wig, which was initially constructed from toilet paper rolls wrapped with synthetic blonde hair. Hmm, who knew? Mitchell Trask and the band Cheater continued to workshop material at venues such as Fez Nightclub and West Beth Theater Center for 4 years before they actually premiered the completed musical off Broadway in 1998. So, Hedwig and the Angry Inch did premiere off Broadway at the Jane Street Theater in February of 1998, running for 850 performances and starring John Cameron Mitchell himself alongside film and television actress Miriam Shore. The production would go on to win the Obie Award and the Outer Critics Circle Award for Best Off-Broadway Musical. In March of 2014, 16 years after it premiered off-Broadway, the sugar daddy himself, Neil Patrick Harris, starred alongside Tony-winning actress Lena Hall in the first Broadway production at the Belasco Theater. This production would go on to win several Tony Awards, including Best Revival of a Musical. By 2019, John Cameron Mitchell created and starred in the Origin of Love tour, The Songs and Stories of Hedwig, which was basically a stripped down performance focusing on the music and first person stories about the creation of the original off Broadway production. Mitchell embarked on the tour to raise money for medical costs related to his mother, who suffered from late stage Alzheimer's. Hedwig basically explores queer identity and challenges the notion of rock culture as being separate from live theater. It adds to the increasing number of mainstream films and media that questions dichotomous views on sex and gender. The musical provides a space for openly queer performers in this alternative theater movement and punk subculture that is often labeled as queercore. Now, instead of a conventional transgender narrative that looks at an individual's account of gender dysphoria, Hedwig and the Angry Inch focuses on the main character's journey of finding love by looking within. In league with the Western emphasis on individualism, Hedwig and the Angry Inch questions what it means to be divided in an individualist society. Folks, as a tribute to Hedwig and the Angry Inch, here is a look at the actors who have portrayed this iconic character. Two-time Tony winner Michael Cerberus, English-born actor and former member of the hard rock band Camp Freddy, Mr. Donovan Leitch, actress turned theater professor for the City College of New York, and the first cisgender female to play the part of Hedwig, Ali Sheedy. Tony-nominated actor and singer-songwriter Kevin Cahoon. Actor, playwright, and singer-songwriter John Cameron Mitchell. Two-time Tony nominee Andrew Rannells. Three-time Screen Actors Guild Award winner Michael C. Hall. Stage, film, and television actor Taye Diggs. Emmy-winning actor, singer, and songwriter Darren Criss. Tony-nominated actor Ewan Morton. Stage and television actor most recently seen in Cowboy Bebop, Mason Alexander Park. Actor and lead singer of American glam rock band Gene Dante and the Future Starlets, Mr. Gene Dante. Stage, film, and television actor Anthony Rapp. The queen of all American drag queens, Miss Jinx Monsoon. Japanese actor and dancer Mirai Moriyama. South Korean actor and singer Cho Sung-woo. And South Korean musical theater actor and singer Mr. Michael K. Lee. Hedwig and the Angry Inch reminds us that even the most unusual creatures can find their place in the world. It's a story of resilience and finding your own unique song to sing. Remember, even with an angry inch, you can still rock the world with your own unique story. Just put on some makeup, turn on the tape deck, and put that wig back on your head. Suddenly, you're Miss Punk rock star of stage and screen, and let's face it, you ain't never turning back.